Hello and welcome to Demon Bluff, a single-player social deduction game where you are in a village and have to sniff out the evils among the villagers. I discovered this game a couple days ago and I absolutely fell in love with it from just the concept of a single-player deduction game, and also the art style I found was really charming. But we'll get into the game real quick and I'll show you guys what it's about. Pick a game mode, standard. Reach the final village and die as few times as you can along the way. Each village unlocks new, unique characters. So there's one evil among all characters and you must find and kill it. I did reset my progress to show you how this game works from the very beginning, from the tutorial phase, and then once we get deeper in it'll get a lot more complicated. But basically, this is the current deck. These are all the villagers that are going to be in play for this round. And then there's also the minion, which lies and disguises as one of these villagers. And so to start the game, you just have to choose a card and flip it over and see what they say. Confessor, I am good. I am one card away from the closest evil. So that could either mean that it's either the Confessor or it's number 3, assuming they're not lying. And if they are lying, then that means they're evil. We know that it can't be the Confessor because if they are evil or corrupted, then they would say that they're dizzy, which they're not, so I'm going to mark them as clear. So I'll flip over number 3. One evil is adjacent to me. Okay. So that could either mean this card or this card. But we know that the hunter is saying that they are one away from the closest evil, which means that the hunter is pointing fingers at the lover, and the lover is most likely pointing fingers at the hunter. So we'll flip over one more card just to get some more information. The closest evil is counterclockwise, which, yeah, that checks out. Number 2 is good. I'm inclined to believe the gem crafter saying that the hunter is good, since there's only one evil in this round for right now. So, and if there are multiple evils, they tend to usually cover for each other. And so, since the gem crafter is vouching for the hunter is saying that they're one away from the closest evil, can't be the confessor, must be the lovers. And so, there we go. Village is safe. That was a pretty easy round, but it can get really complicated the more characters that we unlocked and the more evils are in play. So the medium. Learn a good character and its role. The judge. Pick one character and learn if they are lying. Start with the number 1 again. Number 4 is good. So we'll check out number 4 then. Number 6 is a real confessor. I am good. Okay. I'm inclined to believe both of them then, since, you know, the confessor is saying that they are good. If they weren't, they'd be dizzy. So, that would also mean that you are good, since you were telling the truth about 4 being good. Okay, so we've already cleared three villagers. I am 3 cards away from the closest evil, which would point fingers at number 2. There are no evils adjacent to me. And the judge. Pick one character, learn if they're lying. I'm gonna check to see if the hunter is lying, because I think it's either the hunter or wait, it could be the lovers? No, because if the lovers is evil, they'd be the only evil. Which means they would have to lie and say that there are evils adjacent to her. I'm already confusing myself. I think my logic is good, Number 5 is lying. Okay, so yeah. So we go after the hunter then. Easy. New characters unlocked. The Wretch. I register as a random evil minion to other characters. And the Empress. Learn 3 characters, only 1 is evil. I should probably also be taking a look at my deck view to see what cards are going to be in play. But I guess for right now, since we're still in like the tutorial-ish section of the game, even though it's not giving me a tutorial since I've already been through it. But the rounds in the beginning are pretty easy, so I guess you don't really need to check this. But it's a good habit too, just in case. Because I actually want to check something. So the minion is evil, and they are a minion type. An evil character, you must execute them. They most often lie in disguise. Eliminate all evils to save the village. And then the minion character type has a 60% chance to disguise as a copy of a random villager or outcast in town. So that means they could disguise as one of these villagers or the Wretch, which would be an outcast. Which I actually want to take a look at what it says for the outcast. Flawed but good, learn to work around their flaws. Okay. Hint, I cannot register as good or wretch to other characters. I only register as minion or evil. Okay. And there's a lot of like details about these cards that I actually haven't looked at, so I'll be learning about them as I go. Hints, I cannot lie. Okay, that I did not know. That I didn't know that the Confessor literally cannot lie, even if they are, I guess, being disguised. The Enlightened. Learn equidistant if evils are the same. Hint. If lies, my info includes disguised character. So they learn a good character and its role. If they lie, my info includes a disguised character. Okay. Gemcrafter, very basic. Hunter, also very basic. Okay. Let's get into this round. 5 is good. See about that? Closest evil is counterclockwise. So it could be you, or you. I am good. I'm inclined to believe you, so we'll just mark you as good. We have another Enlightened, which in this point in the game, there cannot be 2 of the same role. Which means one of these characters is a liar. Since Gemcrafter is saying number 5 is good, I believe them, and so we'll take a slight chance and kill the other Enlightened. And it's that simple. Now is where things get a little bit more interesting, where the game is now going to introduce a twin minion, where some rounds we're going to have 2 evils that we have to sniff out. And we have the Jester. Learn 3 characters, learn how many of them are evil. Okay. Also, another thing I want to say, like again, I really love like the art style for this game. It's so charming. Anyway, the Hunter is 1 away from the closest evil, so there could be 8 or 2. So I'm gonna put number 2 first. Number 1 is good. Okay. Check number 8. Okay. So I have 2 Gemcrafters. Obviously one of them is bad. This Gemcrafter is saying that number 5 is good. Which, this character is a Wretch. Which is a clear lie. So goodbye, twin minion. And so, if you are 1 away from the closest evil, which you are, which is the truth, so you're good, and you're good. The closest evil is counterclockwise. If you are telling the truth, that means you are probably detecting this minion, which means that the other minion wouldn't be equidistant but here. So we'll flip 7. I am good. Okay. So you are good. I believe you. Now I'm suspicious of the enlightened. Actually, I am suspicious of the enlightened. Actually, the closest evil would be the wretch. So, I'm going to just see, and there we go. Okay. Bombardier, lose if you execute me. In the night, I cannot die. Wretch, okay. And we have the judge. Pick a character, learn if they're lying. No evils adjacent to me. We'll see. Number 7 is good. The knight cannot die. A trick you can do is to actually check to see if they can't die, which they can't. So that means that they are telling the truth, which means that you are telling the truth, which means that I can use this judge to see if this knight is telling the truth, which we know she is. You're saying the truth, which means you're good and you're good. So, we have 4 characters cleared. I am good. I'm inclined to believe you. 8 is a real medium. 6 is a real medium. Okay, well, these two are obviously the minions then. They're covering for each other. New characters unlocked. The Witch. You cannot reveal the last card. And the Scout. Learn how far a specific evil is to another closest evil. No evils adjacent to me. No evils adjacent to me. Oh no, 2 evils adjacent to me. Okay, that's interesting. Oh my god. It's just lovers all around. I'm 1 card away from the closest evil. If that is true, that means you're probably detecting this lovers, who is saying there are no evils adjacent to them. When in reality, that this evil, this lovers is... I think I should probably review, flip over some more cards first. 1 is evil, 3, 4, or 1. 3, okay, well we know that. We know that. And I actually want to see what you could lie about. If you lie, all characters in my info are good. Okay, so then we know for a fact you're not lying. Because there's 2 lovers in your list here. So I believe you, which means you probably are 1 card away from this evil. So I'm gonna take a chance and actually kill this lover. And I was right. Thank the Lord. Which means that... Let's see. I actually want to check. It doesn't say anything about what they do if they lie. Oh, I didn't even notice that they have a little, text here. That's funny. I might read through those, on my own. Let's see. So you said there are no evils adjacent to you, which is a lie. There are 2 evils adjacent to me. Which I think I'm inclined to believe, given that there's still 2 lovers on the board, and one of them has to be a witch. And I'm going to kill this one. Oh no. Okay. Oh, that's right. If this has to be a lie, because there can't be 2 more evils if you are the evil. My bad. I didn't think that went through entirely. 1 fake outcast is added to the deck view. I lie in disguise. Bah. So I'm just gonna see what we have here. So we have the witch and the Ba. And what the Ba does is they add 1 fake outcast to this view here. So that means either we're not gonna see a Bombardier or we're not gonna see a wretch. But we are gonna see one of them, but only one of them. We just don't know yet until we reveal the cards. And the witch is... we still can't reveal the last card. Okay, so we should be careful with who we decide to flip over. 1 is evil, 6 1, or 4. You're including yourself in that. Which I think I know a trick to. I think in any case where the Empress is including herself in her list of potentially evil characters, I think she's always telling the truth. Because if the Empress is evil, she would never ever involve herself. Because, like in here, if I lie, all characters in my info are good. So that means that 6, 1, and 4 then are all good. Which you're saying number 8 is good, which I will believe you. And Ba is 3 cards away from the closest evil. So 1 is evil, 6... no, hold on. I messed up. I messed up in what I was trying to say. I was trying to say that if the Empress involves herself, that means she is not evil, which means she's telling the truth. Which means actually that one of these two is evil. And you gotta find out who. So I'm gonna use this judge to judge the Empress, and if he says the Empress is lying, then we kill him. Saying the truth. Okay, so you're good. Which means you're good. Which means I kill the scout. Excellent. I was like 70% sure about that. So we still have a Ba left, which we have to find. Ba's 3 cards away from the closest evil, which means that Ba is not 3 cards away from you. So Ba can't be here, and Ba can't be here, which means 7 is good. And there's the real scout, which is 1 card away from the closest evil. Okay, so the Ba is either 5 or 3 then. The Bombardier and the Enlightened. Closest evil is counterclockwise. We know that's a lie. So there we go. I'm starting to get a little good at this game. Like before, when I was playing this yesterday, I was kind of crushing it. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of crushing it, but I did have some flaws in some of my judgment. And so I think since the days past I've cleared my head, I've learned to analyze this game with a bit of a keener eye. Anyway, we have a Slayer. Pick 1 character. If evil, I execute it. Knitter. Learn how many evils are adjacent to each other. Ascension complete. Ascension level increased. And once you get to Ascension level 4, you will unlock another game mode, which I haven't tried yet. And so I think my goal here is to get to Ascension level 4, and then maybe in a later video I'll do the endless mode. Anyway, so this is our current deck. There was only 1 witch. So we have the Jester. Eliminated characters are evil. We have the Wretch. I am 1 card away from the closest evil. That is true, because you are right next to the Wretch. Pick a character, learn if they're lying. 4 is good. And, oh that's right, I can't reveal the last one. Okay. In that case, I'm going to use the Judge on the Jester. So the Jester will be truthful, hopefully, if they're not, assuming they're not the Witch. So I'm going to pick you, you, and you. And so you should say that there's only 1 evil. There's only 1 evil. Alright, you cleared yourself, I think. You also cleared yourself. You're saying number 4 is good, I believe you. Which means that 6 has to be the Witch, I think. Awesome. I don't even know what character they were. They were the lover. Okay. Poisoner. This is where the game steps it up a notch. Game start. One adjacent villager to the poisoner becomes corrupted if possible. Corruption means that the characters lie, or the villager lies and their ability does not work. Which means if I detect that a villager is lying, they could just be corrupted and not evil. And the bard, learn how far I am from the closest corrupted character. So let's see who we have. We have one poisoner and a twin minion. And we also have a bard. So there is for sure going to be at least one corrupted villager. So let's see. Evils are not adjacent to each other. I am dizzy. Which means you're either evil or you're corrupted. Well, we don't know yet. We have a jester. We have a knitter. There's only... Okay, we have two knitters, which we cannot have. So one of these knitters is lying. They're saying the evils are not adjacent to each other. This one is saying that the evils are adjacent to each other. There's one pair, which means they're next to each other. Let's flip over number 5. There's a wretch. Let's flip over the bard. I'm one card away from corrupted character. The poisoner doesn't corrupt outcasts, which means this character would have to be corrupted? I'm 2 cards away from the closest evil. You are. Which means you're telling the truth, which means you're not corrupted, which means you're lying, which means I stab you. Oh no. Wait, what? Wait. How are you 1 card away from a corrupted character? He's telling the truth. Because he's registering the outcast as... I'm so confused already. Wait, you're not corrupted though. How are you telling the truth? I am 2 cards away from the closest evil. Okay. I think I'm lost. I think I'm lost. I'm gonna use the jester. I'm gonna use the jester to see how many characters are evil. I'm gonna do it for you because we know you're good, you because we know you're evil, and you because we know you have to be telling the truth. There's 1 evil. Okay. You're dizzy. You're dizzy. I think the chances of you being evil is pretty high. I think evils are not adjacent to each other. Because I think I'm losing this one. I think it's just a 50-50 shot in the dark. I think I'm gonna kill you. Oh no! Oh no! But how are you... But you're telling the truth. I'm 2 cards away from the closest evil. Oh, from the closest evil! Not just evil in general. Oh, that's where I messed up. That's where I messed up. Okay, well, we lost that one because I wasn't too careful. But yeah, as you can see, this game gets pretty complicated. Alright, so we have a poisoner and a minion again. Let's try this one more time. Minion is 2 cards away from the closest evil. Number 4 is good. We have 2 scouts. So one of you is evil. The poisoner is 3 cards away from the closest evil. We have a Bombardier, not a Wretch this time. I'm 2 cards away from a corrupted character, which means either 5 or 1. I am 3 cards away from the closest evil. 3 is good, and then the Bombardier. Wait, we have 2 gem crafters and we have 2 scouts. Okay, so one of the evils is a scout and one of them is a gem crafter. For sure. Which means you're probably telling the truth. Which means I think you might be the corrupted one. You're saying 3 is good. I believe 3, so I'll believe you. So I'll kill you, and you're saying 4 is good, so if you're evil, I kill 4. Alright, we're killing 4. Much easier round. Fortune Teller. Pick 2 characters, learn if any of them is evil. In the Oracle, learn that 1 out of 2 characters is a specific minion role. Who do we have in here? We have a twin minion and a Ba. Okay, this shouldn't be too difficult. We just have to see if there's a Wretch or a Bombardier in play. Which I could just reveal all the cards at once. Okay, so we have a Bombardier, which means there's no Wretch. And like, closest evil is clockwise. 1 or 4 is a twin minion. 3 or 6 is a twin minion. Okay, so they're basically pointing fingers at each other. Pick a character, learn if they're lying. Ba is 1 card away from the closest evil. And you can't die. We'll see about that. That's true. Closest evil is clockwise. Which I'm inclined to believe. So I think you're being truthful. Which means I can use you on the... Well, yeah, I can use you on either the knight or the enlightened, but I'm more comfortable with the knight, because we know she is the knight. Alright, so the judge is evil. There we go. Ba's 1 card away from the closest evil, which means that you, Oracle number 4, are evil. There we go. Plague Doctor. Now the game takes the difficulty up just a little bit more. At the start of the game, 1 good villager is corrupted. Pick a corrupt character. Or pick 1 character. If they are corrupted, learn an evil character. And in the Alchemist, villagers to the left and right of me with a range of 2 are cured from corruption. And we learn how many of them are cured. So let's see who we have. So we have a Plague Doctor, so... Oh, wait. There's Ba. So we don't know actually until we reveal all the cards. But there's either a Plague Doctor or a Wretch in play. Which I guess we should find out first. So we have a Slayer. A Gem Crafter who says 8 is good. We have a Jester. We have a Knight. We'll check to see... Actually no, we're not going to check to see if the Knight is actually a Knight by killing them. Because if there is a Plague Doctor in play, then the Knight could potentially be corrupted, as unlikely as it is. And if they are, that means that they can die. Even if they are like actually a Knight. So we'll hold off on that for now. Another Jester. So automatically suspicious. A Lovers who says no evils are adjacent to them. Okay, we do have a Plague Doctor. I'm 2 cards away from a corrupted character. Okay. I'm gonna take my chance and try and see if the Knight is corrupted or not. I hope they're not. Okay. I took that chance because if I had killed the Knight, I would have killed the Bard, because the Bard would have been lying. So, you're saying 8 is good. there's one thing I want to check first. Because minions can disguise as villagers or outcasts. Demons always disguise as a unique villager. And oh, they can't double claim a good character. Okay, I didn't know that. But demons always disguise as a villager, where minions can be either villager or outcast. And they also can't double claim a good character, which means the minion is either the jester. Yeah, the minion is the jester. And bot is someone else. I'm gonna use the Slayer on one of the jesters. Couldn't kill 4. I'm gonna use the Plague Doctor on the Slayer to see why. Because 1 is corrupted. So 8 is evil. Okay. There we go. So you are corrupted, which means that the Jester is not corrupted, which means they will tell the truth. So now we can see who I'm suspicious of. Or we can just see if they're lying, which I will do for you, you, and you. There are 0 evils. Wait, why did I do that? why did I do that? I didn't even need to do it anyway, because the Gemcraft saying is evil or not. There we go. I was overcomplicating things for no reason. Here, we have the Counselor. 1 villager becomes an outcast role. I sit next to an outcast. I'm not sure if the Counselor specifically sits next to the outcast they create, or if they just sit next to any outcast that is in play. I guess it doesn't really matter, since we know that the Counselor is always going to be next to an outcast. And we also have a Doppelganger. Game start. I disguise as a good villager currently in play. Which means that there could be now like 2 villagers, like 2 gem crafters. And one of them could just be a Doppelganger. Who do we have? We have Ba. Okay, so we have a lot of potential outcasts. 2 cards away from the closest evil. Bombardier. Lose if you execute me. Pick 2 characters, learn if any of them is evil. Number 1 is good. Okay. You're saying you're 2 cards away from the closest evil, which if you're telling the truth. Confessor saying they're good, I believe them. And I don't think anyone's corrupted, no. Which means you're probably lying. But we'll get some more information first, and I'm glad I did that. Because we have another hunter, which means that the minion, or no, yeah, the Counselor, which is a minion, is disguising as one of the hunters. And it's probably this one because the hunter, or the Counselor is always next to an outcast. So, oh no. We have a wretch and we have a fortune teller. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, well, you were telling the truth. My bad. You could be a doppelganger. I just don't know. Pick 2 characters, learn if any of them is evil. Okay, here's something we can do. Hunter and Gemcrafter. Is 1 of 4 evil? True. That's a fat lie and you know it. We can do it again for you. True. That's also a fat lie. Okay. Alright, we brought it back. We brought it back. The drunk. I disguise as a random villager. Or a random not in play villager. I am corrupted and I lie. And you cannot be cured. So the drunk just causes chaos for no reason. And we have the druid. Pick 3 characters. Learn 1 random outcast among them, if any. The druid is good for detecting if there is a hidden drunk or doppelganger. So let's see who we have. We have 3 evils this time. We have a minion, a poisoner, and a ba. Okay, this can get really tricky. One is evil 3, 2, or 9. I'm 1 card away from corrupt character. 2 evils are adjacent to me. So lovers is saying that both the bard and gemcrafter are evil. Number 6 is good. You're a jester. Number 2 is good. Okay, so we have 2 gemcrafters. There's no doppelgangers, right? No, there is not. You disguise as a random villager that is not in play, so you disguise as a unique villager. I think. So neither of you can be the drunk. Come on. And we have a slayer and we have a bard. Okay. My brain hurts. You're saying 2 is good. And 2 is saying they're 1 away from a corrupted character. Which is either you or you. So if we're believing you, then either 1 or 3 is corrupted. And if they are corrupted, that means there's a poisoner next to them. You might be the poisoner. So I'm gonna use the Slayer on you. There we go. So that means you are poisoned. You said 6 is good, so that means 6 is not good. And we have 1 more. We have a minion. We have 1 minion. Who has to be the bard. Well, we know you are telling the truth. So that means... Wait. You could also be telling the truth, because I suspected that you were corrupted. You're 1 card away. You're also 3 cards away. Unless you were not corrupt. Unless it's you? But... No, it has to be... They're both telling the truth, I think. But one is evil 3, 2, or 9. Well, obviously. Okay, 3 is in the clear. Even though they're corrupted. Wait, if they're corrupted, that means they're telling a lie. Which means there's only 1 evil adjacent to them. Which means this bard is good. Which means you're evil? Yes. I am 3 cards away from a corrupted character. But that's true, though. That wasn't a lie. Hold on, wait, let me see the bard again. From the closest corrupted character. Okay, that was it. I didn't take into the account about the drunk. Puka! Game start. Villagers adjacent to me are corrupted. So... oh my goodness. We have a minion, a counselor, and a puka. And we have a doppelganger. And we're also gonna have some corruptions going on. So that's great. So fortune teller. We have a bombardier. Scout. Puka's 2 cards away from the closest evil. There are 2 pairs of evil. I don't think that's possible. unless there are 4 evils on the board. So, unless you're corrupted, you could just be corrupted. I probably shouldn't be too hasty. Evils are not adjacent to each other. One is evil, 3, 2, or 4. Oh my, we have so many knitters. Number 1 is a real fortune teller. Number 1 is a real fortune teller. You know what I think? I think this is a real medium, or one of them is a real medium, and the other one's a doppelganger. And I think they're both confirming that this fortune teller is a real fortune teller. Which means I can use you and you. And if you say that neither of them are evil, we'll kill one of the other knitters. Okay? We'll take a chance. We killed Puka. Okay, so that means you are lying and you are lying. Maybe. Assuming you're not just evil. Which we don't know yet. So, you're in the clear, you're in the clear, you're in the clear. One is evil, 3, 2, or 4. You were telling the truth, one of them was evil. Now it's just... Okay, what are you saying? Evils are not adjacent to each other. You're also saying evils are not adjacent to each other. I don't think that's possible. Because, say you're evil, you're lying. Like the last 2 evils can either be here, here, or here. One of them has to be here. The other one has to be here or here. Hoping to God they're not the Bombardier. But, assuming they are, let's just say that the evils are here, here. One of them has to be either here or here, which means that they have to be adjacent to each other. Which means both the knitters are lying. We have the baker. Reveal 1 random unrevealed good villager. Or no. 1 random unrevealed good villager becomes a baker. Learn which villager I was. And the architect. Learn which side of the circle is more equal. Learn equal with both sides are equal. We got Ascension level 3. What do we got? We got the Poisoner, the Plague Doctor, and... Oh my... We have so many corruptions going on. And we have the Alchemist. I don't know if the Alchemist himself can be corrupted. And if he can, does he cure himself? Because they say villagers to the right and left of me are cured. I don't know if the Alchemists themselves are included in that, so I'll have to be careful. One adjacent village is corrupted, villagers adjacent to me are corrupted. Okay, one thing I'm learning is that the outcasts cannot be corrupted. So the outcasts will always be telling the truth, I think. Unless they are just straight evil. I cured 1 corruption. There are no evils adjacent to me. I'm 3 cards away from the closest evil. Right side is more evil. Or no, this side. Okay. 3 cards away from the closest evil. Suspicious. We have a bard. Wait, we have a bard who says there are no corrupt characters. I know that's a lie. There's... Okay. I was too hasty. I was literally saying to myself, there's corrupted characters in the circle. And the bard is corrupted. Okay. Well, that's rough. But at the very least, we can use the Plague Doctor on the bard. We know they're corrupted, and we know that the Plague Doctor has to be telling the truth, which means this one is evil. And there's one more. Who is it? It's the poisoner. You're saying the right side is more evil. Which means if you are telling the truth, which you're not actually telling the truth, which means either the left side or equal. Because you are next to Puka, which means you are corrupted and you're too far away from the alchemist to be cured. Wait a minute. The lovers is next to Puka, and the bard is also corrupted. You should have cured more, I think. No, you should have cured the bard because they're within their range. You're not a real alchemist at all. Unless you're corrupted. God, please don't be corrupted. Let me think about this for let me think about this for a couple more seconds. You're saying you're 3 cards away from the closest evil, which is not true. You're too far away. Wait, there's a poisoner, isn't there? Oh my god, there's a poisoner. There's so much corruption going on. I don't know what to... Everyone's lying. Everyone's just lying. Everyone is lying. Okay. I think you're saying the right side is more evil, which I know is a lie. Right? It has to be a lie. Because you can't tell the truth. You literally cannot tell the truth. Because either you're evil or you're corrupted, which means you have to lie. Which means the right side is not more evil. Which means it's the hunter? Since that's the only one on this side. Or it could be you. It could just be you. I think it's just down to a 50-50. It's either the hunter or the architect. I'm like 90% sure it's either the hunter or the architect. And I don't know which one. Because one of them is corrupted and one of them is just lying because they're evil. I think... I'm so scared. It's literally a 50-50, I think, unless I'm missing something. I don't know who it is. I don't know who it is. I'm gonna be real. I have no idea who it is. How many corruptions are possible in this game? 1, 2, 3, and 4. There could be 4, which we know there's 1, so there's 3 more. And so 1, 2, 3. Okay, either the hunter's lying, either the hunter's corrupted or the alchemist is corrupted. And they're lying about how many they cured. This is tough. Because if the alchemist is evil, then that means number 4 has to be lying. Right? Okay, hint. Range 2. Villagers 2 to the left of me, 2 to the right of me are affected. Hold on a second. Corrupted villagers will lie and their ability will not work. Okay. Okay. I think the alchemist is corrupted because their ability didn't work on the bard. So I think the alchemist is actually an alchemist. So I'm gonna narrow it down. I'm gonna kill the hunter. I'm gonna hope and pray that I'm right. Oh my god. Okay. I was so close to killing the alchemist too. I'm glad I finally got that. God, my brain, man. Alright, the shaman. Game start. There are 2 same villager roles in the current village. And the bishop. Learn up to 3 characters. Among them are 1 villager, outcast, and evil if possible. Whoa, that was laggy. So we have a shaman and we have Ba. And we know there's gonna be 2 of the same villager role. There's only gonna be 1 outcast. So let's see. 8 is good. Bombardier. Okay. 8 is good. 8 is good. Okay, I think these 2 are real gem crafters, which means I think that's a real bombardier. 1 evil is adjacent to me, so then it's likely 5. I am good. Huh. Unless you're just lying and that there's no evils adjacent to you. There are no corrupted characters. That is true. There are no corrupted characters. Evils are not adjacent to each other. There's only 1 pair of evil. I don't think the evils are adjacent to each other. Because I believe the gem crafter and I believe the confessor. So I'm gonna kill you. There we go. There's only 1 pair that cannot be possible, so then it must be you. Significantly easier round. Puppeteer. Game start. Random adjacent villager becomes a puppet. It's evil but cannot lie. Let's see who we have. We have a puppeteer, a doppelganger, and a minion. Okay. And we have a knight. And we know that there's no corruption shenanigans going on. And I can also use the druid to see if I can find what the doppelganger is. Oracle. 2 or 3 is a minion. You can't die. We'll see about that. Okay. They're telling the truth. Which means 3 is maybe a minion. Do I want to take their word for it? If you lie, then both characters are good. I need more information. 5 or 3 is a puppeteer. Are either these doppelgangers? There are no outcasts. Oh my god. I'm the original baker, I was a jester. I wasn't a knight? Wait. Reveal. 1 unrevealed good character becomes... I revealed you first, didn't I? That means you can't have been turned into a baker, right? Among 1, 2, and 4, there's no outcasts. Are we sure? There are no outcasts. Okay. I'm gonna kill you. Glad I was right about that. That means one of them, either the druid or the oracle, is a puppet. I'm the original baker. I was a jester. And there was a jester. 3 or 2 is a minion. 5 or 3 is a puppeteer. You are right on that. Which means that this druid is probably good? I think... Wait, no. Unless you're lying. Wait, you have to be lying then. About 2 or 3 being a minion? I think you're lying. You lied. How dare you? Which means that the puppet is either here or here, and I have enough health to just stab both of them and be fine. But I want to see if I can stab the right one. So among 1, 2, and 4, there are no outcasts. Among 1, 2, and 4, there are no outcasts. You're both telling the truth. Among 1, 2, and 4. Okay, so one of you, it has to be the doppelganger. I think it has to be you. So that means you're the puppet. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, I guess it was the Oracle after all, even though they were telling the truth, they are evil, huh? My bad. The Dreamer. Pick one character, learn an evil role. If evil picked, learn correct info. So we do have a Dreamer this round. We have Ba, we have a Twin Minion, and we have a Drunk. Awesome. Love that. But no one is corrupted. The only one that would be corrupted is the Drunk, but he can't be cured. Okay. A Knight. Bold of you to disguise as a Knight. Like I wouldn't stab you in the chest to see if you really are. There are 2 evils adjacent to me. There are 2 evils adjacent to me. There's no doppelgangers, right? No, there is a Drunk, though. Pick 2 characters, learn if any of them is evil. You better say yes. Okay, I believe you. Ba is 2 cards away from the closest evil. Which is either 3 or 7. You can't die. You sure? Are you kidding me? Why? Why would you disguise it? Look where that got you. Look where that got you. You lied about your occupation and now you're dead. I bet you feel stupid now. Which means that no one is corrupted, which means that it's probably this lover. The Dreamer. I'm going to confirm. Number 1 could be Ba. Yeah, I could have told you that. I cured 0 corruptions, which is true, which means that it has to be this lover then. Awesome. Witness. Learn a character that was affected by an evil ability. And we actually don't have the Witness in this round. We have Puka, Puppeteer, Counselor. We have a lot of corruptions going on, which I don't like because we have a Knight. And we're gonna have some outcasts. The right side is more evil. I am 1 card away from a corrupted character. A Knight. Is it the Knight? Closest evil is clockwise. I am 1 card away from a corrupted character. We have no doppelgangers, so one of these bards is either the Counselor or the Puppeteer. Is the Wretch. 8 or 4 is a Counselor. 8 or 4? Oh. 2 or 3 is a Counselor. Two or 3 literally cannot be a Counselor. For if they were, then there'd be a outcast, so you're lying. Goodbye. So that means, you're not a villager. So that means you were lying. That means either the left side is more evil, or both sides are equally evil. So, let's see. If I lie, both characters in my info are good. What did you say? You said 2 or 3 is a counselor. So 2 and 3 are both good then. You're 1 card away from a corrupted character, which would be the Architect. Which I believe is a actual corrupted Architect. Let's see, you're saying 8 or 4 is a counselor. Well, it can't be 8. Or 4. Is it you? I think you're lying. Who do we have? We have a counselor, we have a puppeteer. Puppeteers only target villagers. Okay, so I think these two are the puppet and the puppeteer. Probably. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Wait. No. There's 3 evils. If the puppeteer did turn a villager into a puppet, there would be 4. Which means I think the Oracle is a puppeteer, but because they're between 2 outcasts, they weren't able to turn into a puppet. Right? I'm gonna take a chance. Okay. I was right. So 8 or 4 is a counselor. Which means 8 and 4 are not counselors. Which means number 5 has to be the counselor. There we go. Poet, learn random info. Let's see who we got. We have Puka again, we have Plague Doctor, and we have Shaman. Okay, so there's gonna be a lot of corruption going on in this game. With no one to detect it other than the Plague Doctor. Okay. Lovers. 2 evils are adjacent to me. With the Fortune Teller. Closest evil is clockwise. The Plague Doctor. Another Fortune Teller. A Slayer. We have another Lovers. Okay. So one of the Lovers is suspicious, and one of the Fortune Tellers is suspicious. Number 4 is good, and oh my god. Are you kidding? Why? Okay, so then 2 of the Lovers are... 2 of the Lovers are evil. Unless all 3 of the Lovers are... Wait. Wait, no, the Shaman, there's 2 of the same villager roles in the current village. Shoot, okay. Okay, so you're saying there's 2 evils adjacent to you. And you're saying there's 2 evils adjacent to you. So, for sure, one of these Lovers is lying. But are they lying because they're evil, or are they lying because they're corrupted? That's a good question. You say number 4 is good. Number 4 is good. I believe you on that. Which means you're lying. Which means I'm gonna kill you with the Slayer, actually. You couldn't kill 7. Is it because you're corrupted? I'm gonna hold off for a second. I'm gonna kill him for you, you're welcome. And then I'm gonna use the Plague Doctor for the Slayer, because the Slayer must be corrupted then? 7 is evil, 6 is corrupted. Well, thanks for the information, I guess. But at least we know that the Slayer is actually a corrupted villager. The closest evil is clockwise. Pick 2 characters, learn if any of them are evil. Alright, you better say yes, or else it's gonna get bad for you. False. It's gonna get bad for you. Alright. And now... we can test this fortune teller as well. Or no, we can't because there's a puka still around. Question is, where is the puka? I think it has to be this or this. No, because they would both be lying. Both the lovers are lying. We know that. So okay, but 4 is good. You said 4 is good. You told the truth, which means that you can't be the puka, which means that you are the puka. Oh no. Oh, you really were lovers. My bad. Are you the puka then? Because his evil is clockwise. You have to be the puka then. Pick 2 characters, learn if any of them is evil. False. Okay. You were corrupted. You said 2 evils are adjacent to you. Oh, it's either the fortune teller or the enlightened. Oh, it's down to another 50-50, I think. Wait, no. Because the puka's over here. You were corrupted by the plague doctor, which means, yeah, you have to be puka. You have to be. There we go. Alright, one more round and we get to Ascension 4, and then I think I'll call the video here, so let's do the last round. I've already been recording for over an hour, so I should probably wrap this up soon. I didn't even read what Lilith did. At night, kill a random unrevealed character. 2 damage is dealt to you. So now we have like a day or a night cycle, where every time we flip over a card, the day ticks over 1. And then once we flip over the 4th card, then Lilith is gonna kill a random unrevealed character. I don't know if she can kill outcasts or like other evils. I would assume no, but since it doesn't specifically say, I'm not really sure. But anyway, we do have a poisoner and we have a shaman, so we're gonna expect to see 2 of the same villager roles. And we also have a dreamer and a witness. So let's start flipping over some cards. Judge. 5 was affected by an evil ability. Which means 5 was potentially poisoned. Pick 1 character, learn evil roll, and evil pick learn correct info. The dreamer is best to use on evils that you've already killed. And I think we're about to lose someone because I don't have enough information to make a guess on who to kill, so you're saying there are no corrupted characters. That is a lie, because there's at least 1. So you're either corrupted or evil. Shoot. We learn if they're lying. There are 2 pairs of evil. That's just straight up not true. What? How? Are they all next to each other then? I thought that was... Okay, well, I guess I learned something new. Where if 3 evils are next to each other, all adjacent, then that would be true then, because you're not corrupted, it doesn't say you are. Oh man. Okay. This is spicy. This is real spicy. We have another judge. Wait, there's so many judges. Oh no. Okay, you know what we can do? We can find out which of the judges are corrupted and which ones are telling the truth. Okay, so you're evil or corrupted. You're good. And you're good. Okay, so you're the evil judge. You have to be the you have to be. You have to be. Okay. 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 You have to be. And so we can use the dreamer. One could be the poisoner, which they are. So we know you're telling the truth. And you're saying there are no corrupted characters. You're one away from the poisoner. Only the adjacent villager is corrupted, which means you're lying. You're lying because you're corrupted. You're lying because you're evil, right? Why? Why are you telling the truth? There's no corrupt... Because it's Lilith! Oh no, come on. I thought I had it. I thought I had it. Oh, I really wanted that to be the last round. Oh, come on. Okay. Well, that was just straight unfortunate. We do have Lilith again. We have a poisoner. Empress, Knight. A Knight which could potentially be corrupted, so I shouldn't try immediately stabbing them. Bombardier, a Knight. One is evil, 2, 4, or 6. I'll be completely honest, I forgot Lilith was in play. Between 5, 7, and 1, there's a villager, minion, and outcast. Okay, we can reveal the rest of the cards since no one else is gonna die. We do have 2 Empresses, we have no Shamans. So that means one of the Empress is the Poisoner. You're saying 3 is good. 1 is evil, 2, 4, or 6. You're vouching for her. 1 is evil, 1, 4, or 7. In between 5, 7, and 1, there's 1 villager, 1 outcast, and 1 minion. We know one of the Empresses is lying. For sure. For sure, for sure. I think 6 and 3 are in cahoots. Which means that one of them is at least the Poisoner. Which means that the Empress is probably lying. I really don't want to try my luck with the Knight. Okay, between 5, 7, and 1... Actually, I think you're telling the truth. There's Villager, Outcast, and Minion, because 1 is... an Outcast. That means one of you is a Minion. Specifically a Minion. Which means then you're lying. You're the Poisoner. Okay, so there we go. So that means you're corrupted. That means you're lying. Or you're lying. No, you're telling the truth. Yeah, you're telling the truth, which means you're corrupted, but you're good. Which means that the Empress is not good. There we go. Alright. I think we're gonna call it here. It's a super fun game, and I honestly cannot wait for the demo to come out because it's gonna be apparently a lot more like characters and roles coming to the full release of the game. Like look at all these cards. Crazy. But anyway, that is Demon Bluff. Thank you for watching. I had a lot of fun with this. I'm probably gonna make another video playing this on endless mode since I haven't tried that yet. And so I kind of want to see what this is about. But anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to. I do some art stuff here and there if that's of any interest to you. And yeah, I'll see you next time.